Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back at reviewing the Fisk Superheroes mod. Yep, Fisk Heroes. Finally we're doing more Fisk Heroes. Because I know that's what everyone wants. Hold on, I need to actually turn that off. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Fisk Heroes. Today we are reviewing TG Heroes. You can download this on CurseForge. Just look up TG Heroes. Now all of these skins actually all have faces, so you will not see my face as often. It's kind of like the RZ stuff. So yeah, in honor of the Fantastic Four movie coming out this summer, we're gonna start with the actually, hold on, I'm gonna switch this over here and make the thing last. Okay, we're gonna start with Mr. Fantastic and we're gonna end over here. Oop, I cannot walk through that. We're gonna end over here with Magneto. So we're gonna start with the Fantastic Four, go through the X-Men / Deadpool, and end with X-Men villain. Because yeah, this is mainly just the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So we'll start with Reed Richards. So Reed Richards, pretty simple. He has an aim, where if you right click, you do stretchy punches. This is what it looks like from the back, and in first person. Now Reed Richards also has a ball form, so he's like, if you watch Ben 10, he's like Cannon Bolts. He has a hand hammer, which he just turns his hand into a hammer, which is pretty cool. I find that really fun. And then he has like the Doc Ock style, but it's pants instead. I don't have anything to test it on because that would make this video too long. But yeah, he's got the strike too. And then you can just undo it. This is like very Luffy from One Piece. I've not watched the One Piece anime, I've just watched live action adaptation, and it's pretty good. But, you know, that's pretty much it for... Oh, he can also... Oh, right, he can also glide. He can't fly, but he can glide. Next, we'll move on to his wife, Susan Storm. Oh yeah, and in this mod, their hair is really cool. This hero pack, the hair is like a cape, so it actually moves like actual long hair. So first we have a force field, which is actually invisible. Because get it? Invisible woman. Then, you can, obviously, since you're Miss Storm, you can go invisible. And reappear. You have a force field blast, which is crazy powerful looking. Then by that you also have an aim, and then if you shift you can choose the different effects that it does. So like, I think this one gives shields. I do not remember what this does. And then she has telekinesis, but there's no real point showing that because I don't play this with mobs because that would make this video too long. Okay, next we're moving on to her brother, Johnny Storm. So he is really cool. He has one ability to start with. Actually, he can also... You can right click and just throw fireballs. And then he has this, Flame On. He can fly, and look at that. That looks awesome. He has a fast flight. He can do his rolls. You can enter free fall. You can do a fire beam. So if you do this, no matter what, when you try to fly, your flame will turn on. So we're gonna go over here actually, so I can show this. So we're gonna turn off flame. Then if you try and fly, no matter what, you will go to flame on. You cannot fly without your flame being on. And if you press comma, for me it's N, you can do Nova's Collapse, which is like an AoE attack. But of course it has a cooldown, so yeah. So we'll put Johnny Storm back. Then we'll move on to the Thing. I forgot who the Thing is. Ben Grimm. So as the Thing, we have 4 different powers. I think. But we can do that. So we can create tremors. Oop, that was an accident. It's a little loud. Then we can smash ground, obviously. Oh, this one's cool. We can throw a stone. We just pick up a boulder from the ground. And then we have a thunderclap. Yeah, very big effects. Bigger than any Superman you'll find in Fisk Heroes. Okay, now we'll move on to the main villain. We have Galactus. So he has a cosmic beam, which looks like that. Then obviously Galactus can teleport. I don't think any of these can remove their mask. But yeah, he can teleport, which is pretty cool. That's fun. He has a force field. If you press your last ability, for me it's comma. Then this is what you probably know Galactus to look like. He is very big. So yeah, we can get... Also, Galactus can fly. But you're not really meant to fly when you're this big as Galactus. Imagine this coming through your city. That would be terrifying. Also, he can summon a black hole. Where does it spawn? I don't actually know where it spawns. Going back to small. So I can go back over here, and we can move on to the next character, the Silver Surfer. Now in the next movie, this is going to be female, but this is the coolest part about it, the board. This is going to be the Fantastic Four's... This is a servant of Galactus. Has a beam. He's like Vision, he has intangibility. Aim, he can aim and fire, and he can teleport. Which kind of makes the surfboard pointless. Now if you know the Fantastic Four movie coming up soon, that one is a girl. Okay, now we're moving on to a character I didn't remember if it was an X-Men or a Fantastic Four villain. I think he's in both. We have Dr. Doom. So, Dr. Doom. He has concussive blasts, which is just makes me think of Palpatine from Star Wars. You cannot tell me that does not look like Palpatine. Can he remove his mask? That was the wrong button, but that's the last attack. It's called Electric Shot. Okay, no, he cannot remove his mask. He has Doom's magic, so we can do blindness, atmospheric. Yeah, he has some cool things. We have Doom shields. which is kind of like Doctor Strange's. That is very Doctor Strange. He has his aim, where he can just aim these blasts. And that's also how you get his telekinesis, by pressing your last ability. Then if you do crouch and do N, you can choose spell. But I'm not actually sure what that does, and here's electric shock when I'm meaning to do it. That's his last ability, his ultimate ability, which is pretty cool. And yes, he can fly. He's got jets on his boots. We'll place that down. Next we'll move on to the X-Men and Deadpool. Yes, there's a Deadpool in this as well. So we have Psylocke up first. Try that. Okay, there we go. Okay, now Psylocke is fixed. Okay, I'm gonna cut out all that me struggling to craft a flippin' Game Boy. So, but okay, now we're the Psylocke from Marvel Rivals. So, Psylocke has a couple abilities actually. She has a total of 5. 2 are only active when she has her sword in her hand. So the first ability she has is invisibility, which leaves this trail behind her. Which kind of defeats the purpose, but it's really cool. I don't actually know if that's only visible to you or if it's visible to everyone. Now if you hold your third ability, which for me it's M, you can aim, and it puts these butterflies around your arms, and if you left click or right click, whichever one, it fires. Now if you press your utility key, for me it's tab, you unlock 2 more abilities, and you get this really cool looking sword. Now your first ability is Psydash, which she does use in Marvel Rivals. I know that because I play Marvel Rivals. So then she has an ability called Dance of the Butterfly, which is her ultimate in Marvel Rivals. This is literally just Marvel Rivals. And then the sword actually goes on her back, and it's really cool. Okay, next we'll move on to Storm, because I'm not sure why, Storm is just really cool. So Storm has 3 abilities. She has Lightning Strike, which looks even more like Palpatine. I'm not even gonna lie. She can create Fog, which is like the Shadow Dome. Bro, what? Brother, what? Where's the... There it is. Then in the Fog, if you do your last ability, you can make a tornado. If you press B again, you can turn off the fog. Well, for me it's B. For you it'll probably be something different. Then if you press your 4th ability, you can make a vortex come out of your body. Which is pretty cool. Reminder, in order to get these Marvel Rivals variants, you have to get an achievement called Screw Minecraft. So now we have Wolverine, or Logan. This is also the Marvel Rivals skin. So if I press my first ability, I get claws. And this maker actually included wall climbing. So if I jump, look up, and press W, I can actually climb these walls as Wolverine. They need to do this with Spider-Man next. Bruh! Okay, you can die as Wolverine. Okay, next we have his friend, I guess. This is Deadpool from the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So he has technically 3 powers. He can teleport with the whole TVA thing, which is kind of cool. Then if you press tab, you can equip so many weapons. There's dual katanas, which are pretty cool. You have the dual Desert Eagles, but I don't have any ammo for them, so I can't really use them. Next we have a Beretta, which is essentially just a sniper. We have an M4, basically a smaller sniper. We have Mac Dual 10, which is basically just Gwenpool's Uzis, but Deadpool. We have a rocket launcher. And then we have a Spaz. But yeah, that's really all Deadpool has. Also, he has insane healing factor. I'm not sure if I can... Bruh. Okay, I'll teleport to the top of this tree then. Then we'll teleport to... Am I just missing the building? I think I'm missing the building. Okay, so... If you take any kind of damage, you pretty much get it back instantly. Okay, next we have Emma Frost. So, this is her from the first X-Men movie. So she has 5 abilities. She has Psionic Lightning, which comes from her head, which is really cool. She has Telekinesis, but I can't really show that off. She has a shield. I'm not actually sure how that works. She can paralyze people, and she has a diamond form. And this is what she looks like. Next we have Laura Kinley, or X-23, who is Wolverine's daughter. So she's basically like Logan, but 2 claws and 1 on the feet instead. Oh, I forgot to show this for Wolverine, but they both have heightened perception, which is just slow motion vision. Then, if you press comma, there's of course the wall climbing mechanic, which works the same way. I'm not really sure what the thing above your armor's health bar means. But next we're moving on to the more known X-Men. So here we have Cyclops. Oh, so if you just... So this one you can remove the mask of, and it just lets out lasers. Okay. With Cyclops you have an optic beam, which kind of... I think you can cook with. Can you cook with this? Let's see. Because, I mean, it's laser eyes. So, hold on. Is there, like, clay or anything? I think that's clay. So, we're going to go over there. Actually, hold on. So, you can cook with that. Can you cook with this? Okay, yes, you can. You can cook stuff with that. And then he has an optic blast, which is like his optic beam, but you left click for a quick little blast. Okay, so now it's still really cool how they did this. Next we have a man in a wheelchair, also known as Professor Charles Xavier, who cannot jump at all. He's got Psychic Lightning, Mind Beam, Telekinesis obviously, Paralysis, Mind Shield, pretty much just Emma Frost. I think that's her name. Is that her name? Yeah, Emma Frost. Next we have my personal favorite X-Men, Rogue. Now Rogue can basically just copy people's powers. So she has 5 powers. She has Wolverine's powers. And if we press M, well, she has Bone Claws. She has 3 on her hands and 1 on her feet, like a mixture of Logan and Laura. So there's that. Then she has the powers of Angel, which is basically just... I don't actually know how they work in this mod. Then she has Colossus, which basically just makes her skin steel. Then there's Nightcrawler, which allows her to teleport. And then Quicksilver, which literally just makes her into a speedster. And she has slow motion vision with Quicksilver's power, obviously. So yeah. Pretty cool character. Next we have Iceman. So he has Cryo Spike and Cryo Form, which gives him 2 more abilities. Cryo Beam and Cryo Wall. I'm pretty sure Iceman's a villain. I can't remember. I've not watched X-Men in so long. So next we have... I forgot this character's name. Goblin Queen. This is a clone of Jean Grey. So she has 5 main abilities. She has Psionic Lightning, Sorcery. She can do Doctor Strange stuff, but very fast for some reason. First of all, S needs a target, and then blindness is just S. She has a healing beam, paralysis, and she has a magic shield. I think that's it, yeah. Next we have Gambit. Gambit's a fun character. So we draw cards, so it gives us a card, and then if we press V we can throw that card. It's the animation's kind of dumb, but it works. Then we have a tab to get Gambit's staff. Then if we hold our 4th ability, we can charge it, and we can throw that energy. It's really cool. So we're going to run back over here to test out the next hero. Well, actually, villain. We have the Juggernaut. Okay, only true fans of Marvel know this. Juggernaut! So yeah, if you run, it has this cool animation. And he can smash ground, so we're just going to use it on screen. Okay, why did the leaves all turn white? I don't know, but we're gonna run back over here to test out the next character. Okay, next we have Okay, why can't I... Why am I so dumb? Okay. Next we have Magik. I haven't actually played with this character yet. Limbo Flare. Okay then, that looks pretty powerful. Dark Psyblade. Okay, she's essentially a demon. If I press tab, I get her soul sword. Soul discretion. Okay, so basically just like Gambit, essentially. Fundamentally, Gambit. So yeah, when you have this demon form active, you get some buffs. Next we have our favorite time traveler, not Gambit, Cable. So he has energy projection. That's awesome. He can teleport. He has telekinesis, obviously, and he has grenades. And he can change his grenades. I'm pretty sure I don't actually. Oh, that's a flashbang! Oh, that's a dampening one. I just dampened myself. Okay, he has a force field. Well, it's more just a block. And he has two weapons. He has an energy pistol, which has, oh my gosh, my world just reloaded. Which has infinite ammo. And same with a rifle, which is kind of got like a futuristic scope. It's pretty cool. So now we're gonna put Gambit, or why do I keep calling Cable Gambit? Next we have Jean Grey, who has multiple moves and multiple forms. So she first has Psyburst. I'll show you the Phoenix stuff after her main moves. Mental Storm, which is basically just a shot. Mind Snare. Wait, no, that's Mind Snare. This is Mental Storm. You can see the brain meter going up. And then she has a Psychic Barrier, which is just a force field, essentially. Now if you release the Phoenix, you get more abilities. She has Phoenix Flare, and her whole outfit changes, and her hair changes, which is really cool. She has Avatar of Flame, which is pretty cool. And if you press B, you release the Phoenix, and you go back to normal. So then you can change the Phoenix to the White Phoenix, which has similar powers. Phoenix Flare changes the outfit to white, and yep. Then she has Song of the Cosmos. All you have to do is press N to toggle. And then Radiant Rebirth, which is M. You just have to press it once and it does it. Then if you release the White Phoenix, there's one more Phoenix. It's the Dark Phoenix, which looks really cool. So I released the Phoenix. So it has Phoenix Flare, it has Terror Field. I'm not actually sure what this does, but it's gotta do something cool, right? I just gotta wait for that. And then we have Oblivion Burn, which is also just a toggle. And if you press B, you're back to normal, good old normal Jean Grey. So we'll put Jean Grey back. Next we have Sabretooth, which is basically just Wolverine because it's his brother, so you can use your claws. And then he has Heightened Perception, and of course, Wall Climbing. Now we have Nightcrawler, who can use his tail. So you can grab stuff, jab, and And you can also... It's like Doc Ock's tentacles, but just one. Because somehow just a tail can support you. So yeah, he can teleport, which is pretty cool. Now, Tab, he does have a katana, which can block, because this is the version where you could block with swords in Minecraft. I think he just teleports it in. Next we have Jubilee, the original character we meet. So Atomic Blast is her first one, which is crazy cool. And she has fireworks. This is kind of like the first mutant we meet in the original series. So, we'll put Jubilee back. Next we have Kitty Pryde. So she has camouflage, which is basically just stealth, and intangibility, which is really hard to control because it's limited. Bruh, I'm actually gonna die by using Kitty Pryde. Okay. So yeah. Oh gosh, I'm gonna die from suffocation. Oh gosh. I died. I suffocated in a wall. Okay. Be careful when you're using Kitty Pryde. Next we have, this is Apocalypse? Yeah. So, if you press V, you have an energy blast. You can teleport. He has telekinesis, he has a giant mode, and a force field. Next we have, I forgot this guy's name, Omega Red. So if you press comma, he has tentacles like Doc Ock. He can grab and he can strike. I don't actually know who Omega Red is in the comics, so because I've not really read X-Men. So next we have Scarlet Witch. This is the WandaVision Scarlet Witch, who has witchcraft, duplication, blindness, whip. Oop, that was the wrong button. Then yeah, has an aim and a telekinesis. And if you choose spell, this is a healing one, and this is a power dampening one. Next she has a force field, obviously, because she's Scarlet Witch, and then she has the Darkhold, which I'm not really sure how it works. I'm not really sure how the Darkhold works. Wait, what? Did I open it? I have no idea how this works, so I'm just gonna put it back. So next we have her brother, Quicksilver, who is just like any speedster. He's fast. And he has slow motion vision. And he can only use certain moves when his speedster abilities are on. So he can create a speed tornado, which is pretty cool. He can go intangible, So kind of like the phasing. That is what it is. And then he has wall running, which you have to hold space for it to work. So basically you go to a wall and you hold space. So yeah, that's really all Quicksilver can do. Next we have Angel. Who obviously, considering the name, can fly. If you hold M, he has a blast. And then if you press comma, he releases his Archangel and he has a wing shield. Which is pretty cool looking. Why am I so scared my world's about to break? Next we have Magneto, who has magnetic rays. Metal Scrap, which is basically just Doc Ock's tentacles. So, Scrap Strike. And Scrap Jam. Next, he has Magnetic Telekinesis, obviously, and Gravity Control, so he can just mess with gravity. To make it impossible to jump, or change jumps as a whole. So yeah. And then he has a metal shield, which literally puts him in a cocoon of metal. So yeah, that's really it. There's no spider character for me to swing around. Where did Juggernaut go? There we go. So we're gonna end this with, we'll end this with a run as Rogue. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this Hero Pack review. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.